And we welcome you into a victorious edition of the Voluntary Reaction. Russell Smith, Bear, Walker, and Davey Hudson of Outkick with you as the keg of glory has been tapped. Vanderbilt goes down at home tonight as the mighty Volunteers score a 69-65 quad one road win. We welcome you to the Voluntary Reaction. We're presented this afternoon by our friends at SM Athletics. Thank you so much for being a part of today's festivities. As boys, that one felt good. I don't even know where to begin. Let's start with big shot Nate Ament. 3 of 13 from the field. To quote NBA champ, can't buy a bucket. And then with time winding down, can't even find the handle on the ball. Guy all over him. I think something's going on with his side, maybe a rib injury. He somehow gathers himself and buries a clutch bucket. And Tennessee holds on with some clutch free throws from Gillespie down the stretch. Davey Hudson, this one felt good.
It did. I don't think Tennessee played their best for a majority of this game. And you look at it from a shooting percentage standpoint, we did not do well from behind the line. Defensively, I even think at times, our bigs really struggled. But when it was all said and done, they found a way to win. And that's what you need when you're talking about getting these conference wins to ultimately get a double bye in the SEC tournament.
I mean, the way Nate rose up, Russ, nobody was coming to bail him out to help him. He was trapped. And for him to bury that shot, just a dig down deep.
Needed it. Got to have it. Legacy game for him. Hopefully, we'll see. A lot of basketball left to be played, but for tonight, Tennessee is victorious. Gillespie finishes with 17 to lead the Big Orange. Nate pieces together 13 points, 9 rebounds. Huge. To lead the way. And, boy, that had to feel good for one Jalen Carey walking off that court. He was getting the treatment from the Vandy fans. You would expect nothing less. Mike he gets the last laugh as he gets to walk off the court with the big dub. And as we were talking about here in the studio watching the end of the game, he played well. Not great.
He's offensively challenged.
7 points, 7 big rebounds. I thought he was solid defensively. Had a couple of shots blocked, but didn't try to do too much and gave us quality minutes on a night when Okpara was I guess they just weren't going to let him play. He only played 16 minutes, did grab 4 rebounds while he was in there, but and 8 points all came in the first half, I believe. But they just weren't going to let him play. So we had big minutes from Jalen Carey and Dwayne Brown, who had 8 points and 4 rebounds in 30 minutes tonight.
Akpara really had foul trouble.
We haven't mentioned his name yet, but he went like Captain Insano there for about 30 seconds with 2 clutch buckets. The madman, Bishop Boswell.
I thought you were going to say Berg. But Boswell down the stretch, yes.
Yeah, I'm talking about
with a couple. No, don't shoot that. Oh, okay.
Holy
all right. Oh man, that one felt good. All right, y'all know the drill. You want to talk about it? Give us a ring, 865-966-3435. Call or text the show today at 865-966-3435. We're live on the Fan Run app. We're live on the Fan Run Sports YouTube channel. Shout out to the YouTubers. We'll read some of your comments coming up, but let's start. Who's up first?
Anthony.
Anthony, you're on Voluntary Reaction. Go ahead, Anthony.
How about that, Vandy boys? Walk in they trap, take over they trap.
Hey, stick that in your pipe and smoke it.
Woo!
Mark Byington.
Hey, they had 6 points tonight on just pure luck, too.
9.
Yeah, on those crazy three-pointers they were making.
I thought that was going to be the difference, to be honest.
Yeah, I did too. If the refs don't take Akpara out of the game, I think we handle them by 6-7 points.
He was really your only offense that you had down low in terms of, just making something happen right off the bat. I know like Brown, Carey did really well cleaning up the boards and getting some extra opportunities there. But yeah, I mean, just getting in that pick and roll, we saw that so much last year with Ziegler, and they were able to take advantage of that early. But yeah, Akpara, he picked up his 3rd foul 20 seconds into where the announcers even thought that we started Dwayne Brown in the second half. That's how quick he was pulled in the second half. Then he picked up his 4th pretty quickly. The fact he didn't foul out was amazing. Anthony, I honestly think the changing part of the game, and I was very critical of Rick Barnes tonight, was when we were forced to play Nate at the 4. When you had to go, we can't go 2 bigs because – listen, like we know what Rick Barnes' MO is. He's going to sacrifice offense for defense, and it almost cost him. Fortunately, I actually think the refs helped Tennessee win because it made Rick not be so stubborn. So I'm not going to bash the refs tonight. They're the reason Tennessee won the game.
I had the same thought. I'm not as harsh on Coach Barnes as you are, Davey, but I do think that that was kind of an unintended benefit for Tennessee's that we went small for a little bit with Berg in there, and that changed the game, man, allowed us to hang on, and it didn't win us the game because they made some shots too, but it just bought us some time, allowed us to hang around until we could get Akpara back in there for the end.
Ament did not obviously play his best game. He was kind of got back into that early season turnover form, but the way he nailed that shot down the stretch, and we don't have Estrella either. This was a big win. This is a big statement win for us. And, I just got to say something. These refs continue to allow Ament to get smashed.
Boy, he took a beating today, and he was hurting after he made that clutch bucket and he got back on defense. You could see him like holding his side. He's grimacing. So this team's been beat up all year, man. Let's hope that he's okay and can get some rest the rest of the weekend because we're going to need him down the stretch, obviously.
Can I say something that's not going to be agreed with?
His toughness.
I don't think he's being officiated any different than any other guys. I just don't think he's got that core strength yet. We've seen him playing better the second half of the season, but there's some of those plays where he just the way he conters his body. I think he's trying to draw the foul whenever the refs clearly see that's probably not worthy of a foul.
I mean, he did it. There was one. It tore right at the end of the game where he like drove down into the paint and then he took the ball up like way over his head, really slow.
Yeah,
just telegraphed the whole thing, and he got stripped. And I don't know. I'm with Russ because I saw him I think something was bothering him, and he kept tugging at like the right side of his jersey.
Well, he gets held more than any player we've had in a long time, and like away from the ball. It's a lot of stuff you don't notice if you're just watching the ball, but teams are trying to deny him and grabbing him and pushing him around. And I thought he actually did get a couple of those calls tonight. I think he was just – and, hey, like we'll have a little schadenfreude. It's been a while since we've won there, so we'll hang on the rim for a minute, but it's a good team, man. They're good.
Oh, hell yeah, they are. I mean, we clamped we put the clamps on Nickel. I mean, that 3 ball.
This is his only made field goal of the game. He was 1 for 8.
Yeah. And, I mean, he's been – what was he averaging, like 19 points? Walker, is that what they said on the broadcast? Yeah, I mean, he comes into it averaging 19 points a game.
Well, you know,
the Tyler Tanner kid, and they had that luck there. You know,
the Tanner kid. I thought Bird played the best defense on the Tanner kid tonight.
I mean,
Bird. I'm happy for Bird. He's kind of making a late season resurgence.
Are we, Davey? Are we ready to say that Ethan Berg is a thing? Is he part of the rotation now?
I think so. I mean, we've seen Barnes give him more opportunities as of late. We've not seen Amari Abram at all. Troy Henderson's not getting the play. We know Evans is going to be out there, but it looks like, that next guard up is going to be Berg.
Hey, speaking of Evans, he's going to be a star. That kid has zero fear. It doesn't always go in, but he has zero fear of the moment. He's out there he's out there playing really good ball for a freshman.
Oh, the freshman. Oh, the future looks bright with our young core.
Yeah, we got to get Estrella back. But when we get Estrella back, this team is starting to come together. This might have been our best, other than the Alabama win. This might have been our best win of the season. It may be better than the Alabama one. I don't know.
Is this the only ranked conference play on the?
Not Houston. I don't even forget about that Houston game. That one almost is like it didn't even happen at this point.
Yeah, Davey, was this our first win over a ranked opponent on the road?
Yes, this was they put out the top 16 seeds this morning, and Vandy came in at 15th. So that's our first top 15 win on the road. When you kind of look at it, not so much from the ranking standpoint, but from how the NCAA selection committee is going to have all this stuff go for the net. I also thought when you're looking at this is a shout out to Walker. Finally got a win.
It had been too long since I had gotten a win.
I mean, it had a cooling effect on our winning on Saturdays.
I think this one moved us up a seed line. What do y'all think? I think this maybe jumped us from 5, maybe to 4. I don't know. We've seen in the past, once they release this top 16, they don't like to change it a lot, but feels like we're tracking for a 4 seed right now.
I would say 5 at the moment.
I haven't done a deep dive into it yet, Davey, but I feel like you'd pretty much have to win out to get to the 4 line.
Yeah, you would need a lot to happen. I mean, you can afford a loss to win the SEC tournament. I could see that moving you to at least 4. Whenever you look at it, because I know we haven't exactly seen that team. I guess you could say Florida.
Hey, let's see if we can reconnect with Davo there, as we have a rough connection. Go ahead and finish up for us, Anthony.
My question, Russ, for you then. I mean, what has Vandy accomplished this year at this point that we haven't? If Vandy's a 4 seed, what have they done that we haven't
They
done?
beat Kentucky.
Okay. Well, we beat them, and we beat
the brakes
Houston.
off Kentucky. Must be nice, but it's
All right. Hey, big win, guys.
Yeah, man. Thanks, appreciate you, Anthony. We'll see. We got to play them again down here. I think they're a good team. Vandy's, they're in that, much ballyhooed top 20 Ken Palm, both offense and defense. So they're pretty good, but we showed what we're capable of tonight. I think it obviously wasn't Ament's best night. It wasn't Gillespie's best night. Gillespie is 6 of 14 from the field, 3 of 7 from 3-point range. It's good.
How many turnovers do you have?
But 2. But it's not, his absolute best basketball, and we had to gut it out tonight over there. There's something to be said for that, because it's what you have to do in the tournament sometimes. You get into those games where it's just scratch and claw, nip tuck, and you don't have your best game, and they're really good, and man,
That's
it's
the
just
biggest
really
thing.
hard to score and all that stuff, and you just have to find a way in those games, and this was one of those.
Yeah, man, Vanderbilt's I just take my disregard and general disdain for them. Set that off to the side. That's a really good basketball team.
Yeah, they're tough. 865-966-3435, your number to get on board, 966-3435. Hey, everybody in the YouTube chat, do us a big favor, smash that like button, hit the thumbs up icon there so that we can get this thing pumped up, get some more people in here, and celebrate with us on this victorious edition of the Voluntary Reaction. And we'll go ahead and head on out to the Mid-State now. Jesse is in Nashville. What's up, Jesse?
How about it, Russ?
How about it, Jesse?
Here I am looking back at our schedule, and who would have thought on the back of that Kentucky game in Thompson-Boling that we would go on an 8-1 run, essentially, over what, 4 or 5 weeks?
Yeah,
I mean, we were pretty despondent.
Is that our one? Are we 8-1 since the Kentucky loss?
The first one
At home,
yeah.
yes, sir.
What?
And
That's
like
crazy.
so. What? And the thing about it is I think had we held on to beat them in Knoxville, I don't know if we're in the same spot we're at right now. I mean, that was an absolute gut punch of a loss, and I think the team needed it because I mean, you just look at the schedule. Like we went to Alabama and won. We went to Starkville, which Mississippi State sucks, but as it's well documented, we suck in Starkville. And then we just went to Memorial here in Nashville, and
I mean, it no doubt today was tough, but our conference schedule this year was a murderer's row on the front end of it. And it helped that the schedule eased up at the right time, and it coincided with Nate getting hot and the team kind of finally gelling since we've had, we got so many new guys in the program after all the turnover from last year. So, but a lot of things, but yeah, I mean, we're playing pretty good basketball right now. I need to clean up some of the mistakes. I can't believe Jacoby only had 2 turnovers, and it just reinforces theory. He doesn't have many, but the ones he has, they're in critical moments.
and isn't it crazy? We've just gone probably 6-7 weeks, and that December free throw horrid spell, and like we hadn't even talked about that in 2 months, which is lovely.
I feel like you're tempting the wrath of the whatever high atop the thing here, Jesse. I don't know how I feel about this.
Russ, I got gallstones, and I'm having surgery on Monday, so I'm enjoying this win right before So consider my pain. Good luck for this team, but no, I think we're in a position now. I mean, obviously we got to go on the road to Missouri and South Carolina, but I mean we take care of business at home against Alabama. That last game against Vanderbilt, I mean, I think we're possibly looking at finishing second. I mean, Arkansas still has to play Florida. So, I mean, Arkansas drops that game. I'm feeling really, really good about, at least finishing in the top 3 in the SEC. So, and I know you got a lot of other colors going on, but I love this new defensive Bash Brothers formation of Boswell and Evans coming on, and, good luck to Bird. It's really good to see him come on because one thing that benefited from that today, it looked like, is Jacoby got to play off the ball on offense more, and it freed him up to hit a couple of those clutch threes. So you'll have a good one. Go ball, and David, Duke sucks.
Fantastic call,
Great call.
Jesse.
Really
Good
nailed
job,
the dismount
Jesse.
there. How does that strike you, Davey?
People can say what they want. They're currently, I mean, we might have the best matchup in all of college basketball happening here in 2 hours. It's 1 versus 2 in all the metrics for Michigan versus Duke. So interested to see how that one goes.
I got $20 as Michigan beats your puke boys, Dave. How do you like them apples? You want to take that bet?
Yeah, I'll take it, knowing you'll never pay it if I win.
Oh, always
That's
pay.
how confident I am.
Oh, no.
The accusation of welching has been made.
When have I ever welched on anything since you? I'm not a welcher.
$20
I'm a lot of
on
things.
Michigan, straight up.
If you listen to Rhett, $20 money line.
You taking that, Davo?
Yeah, I'll take it. I feel good.
Really?
Mhm.
Okay.
All right.
You got Venmo? I'll send you mine.
I will
Hey.
hand deliver you $20 hard cash old school style whenever I'm in town next.
I set $20 on fire gladly today. And I when we got up 5 in the first half, I hit that.
You're a bad person.
I hit that Vanderbilt money line.
Person.
I mean, it's the emotional hedge. It's cool.
Nope,
It's
soft.
It's the best bet you'll ever lose.
It's one of your coping mechanisms.
There's nothing softer.
It's made me a lot of money in the Kentucky series through the years. I felt it was only appropriate today. Some might say, not me, but some might say, that's what won us the game. So you're welcome, Walker.
That's what.
You're welcome. I paid $20 for this win. What did you put in it?
A lot of time and effort.
You listened to me scream at the TV
for
about 20 minutes before you got here.
Tennessee leads Kent State as they play in the bottom of the second, 1-0. A Henry Ford leadoff home run in the bottom of the first, putting the Big Orange on the board. Our number, 865-966-3435. We are celebrating the Volunteers' big 4-point road win today at Vanderbilt on a night when we certainly did not have our best stuff, but by God, we had enough to get it across the finish line. Let's get some random guy in here next. Rando, you're on Voluntary Reaction. Go ahead.
He either just dropped or detonated. Sorry, Rando. Call right back, buddy. What about my guy Myatt last night launching that missile? I mean, should we call him the launcher? It was just incredible, Russ. Did that make it over the batter's eye?
Oh, yeah. Hit it straight over the batter's eye. Who was that guy who did that against Vanderbilt, or was it Mississippi State a couple of years ago, that transfer from Cincinnati?
Ooh, what was his name?
You remember that guy? Was it Garrett something?
Walker might. Garrett.
I'm sure an alert listener will let us know.
Yeah, I'm blanking, but that sounds
I
correct.
love the YouTube chat because whenever I get hung up on a name like this or a stat or a date or something, I could just go to YouTube and some alert listener will let me know here in just a minute. I can see he became a dentist. He went back to Cincinnati. We talked to him
on the
Garrett,
phone.
something with an M.
It's not Maitenwald. That's our strength and conditioning coach.
Oh, it's I could see his face. He's a very handsome fellow.
I bet he's got a thriving practice now in Cincinnati.
All right, we'll wait for that. Griffin Merritt, thank you, Vol Night Long. Thank you.
That's a Vol Night Long. That's a pretty good handle.
He hit a walk-off against, I think it was Mississippi State because I was at this game and it was raining and we had tickets. I won't tell you how we got these tickets, but we had a very famous person's tickets right underneath the old overhang, the old Soviet era press box that Bear was really sad to see torn down. And so it was pouring rain, but we were in the dry. There's no better experience in life
than being dry.
Than being at a rain game in football or baseball in the dry.
In the dry, yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. Is the batter's eye? Did they raise the height on that thing? It looked different.
No.
Maybe it's just because I haven't seen it in 9 months. But
I think it's the same.
That was a damn moonshot, though.
Let's get.
We got it, Mr.
Rando. All right, Rando, you're on Voluntary Reaction. What's up, man?
Hey guys. Talking about being in the dry for a rain game. I had season tickets that I got from somebody that didn't want them one year. They sold them to me at face value. I was in the dry on row 55 on about the 10-yard line for the Oregon game when they came to town. And
that monsoon
absolutely freaking poured. That was nice. That was nice being in the dry for that.
That was crazy. We got our ass kicked. Derek Dooley.
Yeah. It was good for about a quarter and a half.
Was that Chip Kelly run? That was Chip Kelly's last year, right? And he brought that juggernaut in here and ran the fan on us.
And we're only up 1-0 because Blaine Brown threw an absolute laser from left to home to throw out a runner. on a single. I mean, he didn't let the ball go until the guy had rounded third, and he threw him out. I mean, it was bang bang, but it was
this Kent State team is pretty good, man. They're going to challenge us this weekend. They already have. This is going to be a tough series.
Yep, and we've got a runner on third with one out, and I think it's Antigua that's up.
Yes,
so
he is.
Man, if it hadn't been for, and I think Anthony mentioned this earlier, good call out from him. If it hadn't been for 3 absolute circus shots from Vandy, that game wouldn't have even been close. They hit 3 unbelievable threes.
Tyler Tanner, where did he go? Walker, was he a Brentwood kid?
Tyler Tanner?
Yeah.
It was where Garland went, Darius Garland. Which school was that?
Yeah, that is Brentwood, if that's where Darius Garland went.
He is a phenomenal player, man. Like, I wish so badly, so many Ziegler vibes from him. I know he's taller, but, man, I wish he was wearing orange and white.
Brentwood Academy, Brentwood, Tennessee.
I'm curious if they'll pay up to try to keep him this year or for next season.
Do you guys really think we get out of these next 4 games without losing a game? I mean, not to tempt the wrath of anything. You think we lose one, Davey?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you look at the SEC. They're talking today like 11 teams getting in the conference or getting in the tournament. I struggle to see us going 4-0 over that stretch. I definitely do think we will go 3-1, though. As to which game, I mean, for whatever reason, I don't know. I don't feel super confident about Missouri.
That's the one I keep looking at, Dave.
If we win these next 2, I think we will. I think we will go 4-0. I think this week will tell it. If Missouri and Como is always a war, strange things happen there, and they're a good program under Dennis Gates. And then obviously Alabama is going to be difficult, but South Carolina should be a win, even though it's on the road. And then Vanderbilt at home should be a win.
I'll say that, I mean, and there's not a massive difference between 24-7 and 23-8. But I'll say if we lose the game at Missouri, but we win the other 3, I'll take that, because I think the SEC road loss isn't going to hurt us as much as sweeping Vandy and Alabama is going to help us. So I'll take that. I will take that all day long, and that would put us, let's just say we're 23-8, go into the SEC tournament, maybe pick up 2 wins and then lose one. I mean, 25-9, that ought to be good for a 4-line, wouldn't you figure?
Yeah, man. I mean, if you, because you got a couple of quad 1 opportunities. So, I mean, I'm looking at your 16th in KenPom. You are 19th on the net. So, yeah, I mean, if you win these next 4, I mean, I got to think that puts you in the top 16 in the net, which, I mean, then you're talking 4 seed. I know it depends on what everybody else does, but surely a couple of those teams, if we win out, a couple of those teams are going to fall back.
Yeah, and we need Houston to just keep winning, because that helps us as well. How many games has Houston lost? 2, 3? Hadn't been many. Do we know?
They have lost 3.
Houston is 23
with
3,
the
11-2 in conference.
Yeah, that Iowa State game gave them their 3rd loss.
46-44 Houston.
Yeah, it's all tied up.
I love this time of year, guys. Isn't it the best?
Yeah, absolutely. This from now until like the middle of June, you just have so much going on. Back when I cared about the NBA, you got the playoffs starting there, but you got the NHL playoffs getting ready to crank up soon as well. You got college baseball, college softball, March Madness. I mean, outside of like the first month of the football season, this is probably actually even better than that, honestly, all things considered. So, I won't hold y'all up too much longer. Davey, good to talk to you, Walker. Glad you're off the schneid, buddy.
Thank you.
And, hey, Vandy boys, head on back to the med school. Y'all got some studying to do because y'all suck ass at basketball, bitch. See ya.
Back to the med school. Thank you, Rando.
It is a premier medical
facility
and hospital. Yeah, it's
I
think we all know somebody
they saved your life.
Family who's had their life saved at Vanderbilt Hospital.
I do.
There's a bunch of
people.
there's a bunch of people with unpronounceable last names that might save your life someday. So be careful how much glee you take in this, rando. Is that off color? 865-966-3435. Your phone number to get on board. It is Voluntary Reaction here on Fan Run Radio. We are streaming on the Fan Run app, fanrunradio.com, YouTube, and of course, it'll be up for podcast. We appreciate everybody who is watching it that way or listening to it that way, taking it in, however you may be listening. Yeah, shout out to at the Real Big Bird on the YouTube chat. Vols money line was juicy. Shout out to those of you who bought that ticket.
Chose wisely.
I got a hypothetical for you guys.
Let's go.
Obviously, we know we want to, win out, go 4-0 into the conference tournament. But would you rather be a 2 or 3 seed or the 4 seed? And the only reason I say the 4 seed is because you're going to be playing Florida for a chance, if you get, your first win, to go to the SEC championship. But we know with that being on a Sunday, if you don't win it, it's going to hurt you ultimately whenever it comes to extra rest going into the first weekend of the tournament.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So you're saying, should we be hoping we get the 4 seed, so we'll face Florida, they'll punch our ticket, and we'll get to go home a day early? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, or you just knock them off right off. Like, you knock them off, and that's like going to be your highest quality win of the year outside of Houston. So, but if you're the 2 or 3 seed, I mean, yeah, you'll still play some good teams.
I don't know.
I don't feel like playing. We played on Sunday a lot. Did we make it last year?
Yeah, we got beat by Florida last year in the SEC championship.
Yeah, because we beat Auburn in that really good game in the semifinal.
It didn't hurt us a bit.
No,
we Elite Eight.
Yeah, we cruised through the first 2 games,
and then we just ran into one of the true.
But you were a 2 seed.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I don't know, man.
I don't really care as long as we get the 2-day the double bye. I don't care so much about the SEC tournament. I'm just trying to figure out what would we have to do to move up seed lines as far as, like, what's a ceiling? 3? If we won out from here, including the SEC
I don't know if you can get up. I mean, 3 if you do not lose another game and you knock off Florida in the SEC championship. I can see that. That's like the only scenario where I see us getting a 3 seed.
What do you there's all this talk about the conference championship game in football and getting rid of it. If the SEC tournament doesn't matter, right, and all the data shows that it doesn't, like, what are we doing here? Is it really that much fun? Because there was a time, like, before we won it in 2022, it was just pure frustration. And I don't hate it anymore. I'm just sort of indifferent. I don't know.
Superfluous.
Is it fun? Yeah, I don't know, Davey. Like, I know everybody is, ACC fans might feel differently. Kentucky fans certainly would feel differently, but if you're going to have these conference tournaments, damn it, make it matter for the NCAA tournament. Like, finish them all on Saturdays and then save Selection Sunday for Sunday, obviously, and have it matter.
Yeah, I do wish everything was done prior to Sunday, Selection Sunday. I know why it's not, obviously, with the TV contracts. I will say, and again, this is personally, but just being in the building the last couple of years, I felt like it's been bigger than watching it on TV. But at the same time, I mean, if you get a team that's hot going into it, if you can win it, like, it's, Florida won it last year. They were going away, and that ultimately, like, helped them parlay that into a national championship as well.
Let's get our next caller in here. Roberto is next. Go ahead, Roberto.
Afternoon, gents. Good afternoon.
It is, isn't it?
I said we got to be within 4, right, Russ? You heard me at half. I honestly can't believe we won that game.
The last 4 minutes, we were down 9 at 4:35 to play in the first half, and actually cut it to 2 or 3. End up going in the half down 4. That was the turning point. Like, they were getting set to give it to us pretty good there, and we were able to hang on.
I mean, we shut them. They didn't score for 10 minutes. They didn't score a field goal. They always say in football, win the middle 8. We basically won the middle 8 in basketball.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, I mean, they did. It was 8 and change. Mike Keith was talking about it on the radio broadcast on the way over here. But, yeah. Yeah, it was.
And it was impressive defensive performance. That's actually the best defense I think we've played all year, that 8-minute stretch. Of course, we only scored 11 points, and I think they scored 3. But, you know, I'm really pleased. You know, I'm tired of the voluntary reactions where we all call in and we're pissed off. I mean, even if we win, I'm not going to be pissed off. We beat Vanderbilt at Vanderbilt. Anytime you win at Memorial is a big win. So I would also ask you guys this. Is Nate Ament ever going to get a foul call down there? Because today he didn't get any. How fun was it to watch him get tackled on the baseline and then say he stepped out of bounds? Did you remember that play?
Yeah, when he got like trapped underneath and kind of nudged out of bounds, it was borderline. They probably could have called it for sure.
I wouldn't have called a foul there, Roberto. I'll be completely honest.
You wouldn't have.
No, I mean there were
Well,
several. There
you're
were
a Duke
several.
fan too, I understand.
There were several plays today where
Yep.
you're not going to get calls if you're playing as sloppy and lackadaisical as he was.
I would have challenged if I was Rick Barnes when the ball clearly went off of Andy.
I didn't. That's the part I didn't get. That's my only real beef with today. I was like, they've gotta, you can't miss that. That would have been our ball.
Yep. Well, I thought, you know what, it's got to be pretty good day for you, and you're playing pretty good basketball when Vandy has a guy throw a submariner up in the air from 3. It goes in, they call it a 2, and then they review it and go back to it being a 3, and we still win. It's a pretty good day when that happens. So just real pleased with the effort today. They weren't perfect, but they never quit, which is something I can say for at least one basketball team on campus. And then the only other thing is this baseball team, guys. I know you're watching it. This Landon Mack kid, he might be pretty good, guys. I think our weekend rotations, our weekend rotation are a bunch of pros. And this Kent State team, people were giving us crap online about it last night, having to walk it off. And they're a great baseball team. I would be surprised if they're lower than a 3 seed in the NCAA tournament. And I'll leave you with this. I submit to the Council of Elders because I won't be able to do on Monday. Can we please start calling Tyler Myatt the Tazewell tank? That guy absolutely hits tanks every time he gets up there. See ya.
I like it. Is Tazewell Claiborne County?
Don't know.
Because that's where the media guide has him listed as, is hailing from Claiborne County.
Wherever he's from, he hit the hell out of that ball last night.
He smoked that thing.
Put him in the cleanup spot today in the hitting DH as Elander shuffles a couple of things around. And Tennessee leading at home 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the third. Let's get Magic Mike in here next on this victorious edition of the Voluntary Reaction. What's up, Mike?
Hey, guys. What's going on?
Man, we're just drinking from the keg of glory, man. Having a good night.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll tell you what, it's a great day to be over here in Franklin, Tennessee. That's for sure.
Oh, man. Why weren't you in Memorial today then?
Well, my little one's playing in a volleyball tournament over here. And side note on that, I think Danny Dollars is taking charge of these youth tournaments with the prices that they charge to get in.
Oh, Lord. Family doesn't get in free?
No.
What do you think about that, Bear? No, would you pay good money to follow your son around all these travel ball tournaments? That's I'm grateful. Like, my daughter was not into travel anything. My son doesn't look like he's going to be doing that. So I
mean, I don't know. My brother was my nephew played really high level competitive juniors hockey. Was on all those all-star travel teams. And like they flew, I mean, they were in tournaments buff all over the country in Canada.
You got to have some coin for that, man. I ain't that high. I do radio for a living, Mike. I mean, can't afford to be flying all over the place watching hockey.
There's a reason he took a job with Delta. That was a big part of it. As crazy as that sounds, but yeah, that travel stuff, I'd never do it. So I can't get my kid to leave
home.
I mean,
get out, Junior. Get a haircut and get a real job
today, Junior.
Well, they enjoy it. That's the most important thing. So at
absolutely,
their age, they enjoy it. So back to the game. It's always great to win in that dump of a cracker box they call a gym over there in front of that so-called intelligent student body that can't be more creative than chant "FU" at our players. So there's that.
That lacked
But
creativity, didn't it, Mike? That was that's the part that offended me. I was like, that's the best you can come up
that
with.
offended you, them doing the thing we do to everybody else that got under your skin.
Well, no,
I think
just
any
so
other
imaginative.
program would do the same thing if a player transferred out of there and then was playing against them the next year.
True.
Like
I thought Kerry fed off of it, though. I was actually glad they were doing it. I thought that it helped him actually kind of keep that edge, keep that mentality going.
Well, it just makes me laugh because growing up here, the few Vanderbilt people that you run into and the few that go to school there just think that they're so much better than us. So to hear that, I just kind of chuckle because it's like, you're not any better than us. Like that's as Bear said, that's as good as you can come up with. It doesn't make you angry. It just kind of makes you laugh at all the BS that they spew. But no, it's, regardless of the opponent, good to get a win where, Nate, our best player, didn't have his best day. We still struggled around a little bit, had the scoreless drought, but, dug down, dug deep, fought away. And this is our best win of the year. So that as much negativity as there's been around the team this year and as bad as we looked in some spots, this one should give us a lot of hope for March, that we can find a way to win a game on the road. And what was a tough environment, even though there were a lot of Tennessee fans in there, you couldn't really tell, listen to Mike, a lot of times with the roar of the crowd, like what was going on, if it was good or bad for us.
I did notice that because I was getting ready to come down here, so I wasn't in the room. I just had my TV incredibly loud. I kept running back into the living room because, that was a really loud crowd, but I couldn't figure out if they were excited, if it was a Vandy crowd or us.
Yeah. And to hit on your SEC tournament point, I kind of feel the same way. Like it doesn't really matter. But if we're gonna, if it's gonna continue and we've got to play in it, you always want the double bye. It feels like Friday would be the game that, in terms of seeding and resume, would probably be the only one that could hurt you because you're going to play a lower seeded team. So I'm all about if we can bolster our resume, especially this year. If you can get to Saturday and play somebody that will help you, if you can win the game, that's fine. Otherwise, if we end up getting Florida on Saturday and we bow out again, like to me, that's an added benefit of getting an extra day's rest, because it seems like every year that we've made it to Sunday, they end up putting us on that in that first game on Thursday. So the more rest we can get, the better that time of year.
Good stuff, Mike. Anything else, my friend?
No, thanks, guys. Go Vols.
Magic Mike checking in on the Voluntary Reaction post-game shows. He drops off. That creates lines available for you. 865-966-3435. Your number to get on board, 966-3435. Davey, if I had to rank our top 3 wins this year, I would probably still put Houston number 1, and I'd probably still put Alabama number 2, but this would be number 3 for me.
Right now, I would flip your 2 and 3. I do think Vanderbilt overall is a better team based off the metrics they are. I just look at Alabama's defense, and it's just it's not good. And while their offense is still top 5 in all the KenPom ratings and everything, I just kind of look at that team as they're struggling. They've also been without some key players as of late. Losing Bediako is not going to help them, but we do have updated KenPom ratings. Tennessee's now moved up to 14th, 32nd in offensive rated efficiency, and 12th. So we're almost back into the top 10 on the defensive rated.
I saw somebody post on social media about this, and it really resonated with me. Is it a little bit ridiculous that we aren't back in the top 20 with the run we've been on the past 3 weeks?
Top 25
of what, the AP?
Yeah.
I mean,
it doesn't really matter. The reason they haven't is because in that run we've been on, the teams we've been playing haven't been great, and the national narrative is that the SEC is having a down year, so they weren't going to move us up past other teams that are in there. But there's no doubt that we're better than Miami of Ohio, but they're just ranked ahead of us because they're undefeated, and that's how it works.
Yeah, Tennessee, Alabama, Kentucky, they all kind of have had the 25th spot the last 3 weeks. You kind of look at those teams on the back end there. BYU, they're going to struggle. The Saunders kid tore his ACL. I'm not impressed with Wisconsin. Again, it's just national voters. I know it's nice whenever they're able to throw up the graphic ranked in the top 25 for X amount of consecutive weeks. But I mean, everything now has just gone to the efficiency metrics. And so just seeing as high as you can get in KenPom and the net is your best bet.
Oh, it would have been if we had beaten Kentucky
Mm-hmm.
in Lexington. So that knocked us down a peg. And then you're not going to get any credit for beating Mississippi State and LSU. So that didn't surprise me. Now, if you beat the hell out of Oklahoma and you won on the road at Vanderbilt, I guess it depends on what happens in front of you, but you should be in the conversation this week, I would think.
You were, I think, 28th based off the other receiving votes, if memory serves.
Well, it was a good win tonight. Blind Vegan Rescue says, went out to get a 4 seed. That's crazy talk. Went out and we're a 3 seed. I really need to bone up on this stuff. I'm kind of flying without a.
You really just have to look at the teams you can beat that are still available for you. That's because it's like if you're beating these teams that are down in the 50s and 70s and all these metrics, it's not going to do you a whole lot. Now, granted, you do get Alabama again, you get Vanderbilt again. That's going to help you rise up. You just can't afford to lose to, Missouri or then take an early loss in the SEC tournament.
I mean, I'm looking at what the committee said today. We're obviously not in the conversation for a top 16 overall seed and a long way away from that. So, I mean, it just seems like being a top 3 seed, which you'd have to be in the top 12.
Yeah.
Is a real long way.
We're just talking about how we're not even in the top 20 right now.
Just in the AP, I mean, we're top 20 in just about everything else.
So who do we've got? So we go to Como Tuesday, Alabama next Saturday, and then Vanderbilt?
Yes, Vanderbilt at home, Alabama home, Missouri on the road in reverse order.
Now, this is bizarre. Somebody checked it. Volfan 1989 on the YouTube chat says Tennessee is undefeated this decade when they are unranked.
This decade.
So
put it on the broadcast.
The post 2020, yeah, because you've only been unranked this year, and every time you've been unranked, you've won.
I mean, it's very small sample size.
I mean, if that doesn't illustrate to you the glory of the Rick Barnes era, that this is what 6-7 seasons, whatever it's in.
When we're not,
you've only been unranked a handful of weeks, and even when you are, you win.
Yeah, you're either ranked or you're undefeated.
I mean, that's pretty good stuff. Durham Dave might not view it the same way, but for us, that's big time, buddy. That's big time. I hope Michigan stomps a mud hole in your boys tonight, Dave.
There's 20 Samoans. If it does,
who's that Luden Van Dork or whatever guy? I hope he just terrorizes you. Lutzenkrocken. Philip Lutzenkrocken.
I'll let you guys take your shots, and I mean, I know the audience is right there with you, so I'm feeling good after that win today against Vanderbilt. I'm just going to let you guys keep taking them.
Why would everybody be against you on this, Dave?
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about that?
I mean, this occurred. I accepted this fate back in 2002, so it is what it is.
YouTube chatter Blind Vegan Rescue says we're a 4 seed right now. We just switched with Vandy. Is that according to Lunardi or Palm?
I mean, I doubt they're updating in the moment.
What's this person's handle again? Something vegan?
Blind Vegan Rescue. Sounded like one of your people.
Blind Vegan Rescue. What do you mean, my people? What the hell is that supposed to mean?
You know what I mean.
A little rude.
Yeah, you can't see basic things. You're kind of a animal lover.
Not kind of. I mean, I love animals. I think there's it's a sign of mental illness if you don't. If you enjoy being mean to them or killing them.
Well, Lenardi has Tennessee as a 5 and Vandy as a 5. So it's a difference of Buffalo and Portland at the moment.
You can't grill it until you kill it. Bear. Cows sure are tasty. Aaron Smith says Tazewell is a town in Claiborne County. Myatt went to Claiborne County High School. Bear labeled him the Claiborne County Crusher. Should stick with that. What did Roberto call him?
The Tazewell Tank. It's not bad, but Crusher sounds more violent. The Claiborne County Crusher. It's good alliteration.
Let's win a few more games before we start dishing out the nicknames for the JUCO guy.
Okay.
It was a nice moment last night, though.
He's had a couple now. He's had a couple of nice ones. He's hit a couple of moonshots. Like a Saturn V launching. It's so nice to beat Vanderbilt. I did not want to spend the rest of the afternoon in a sour mood because we lost a game we probably should have won against them up there. I don't know about you three.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's one of those games where the winner is going to be elated. The loser is going to look back at every single minor detail of that game and just be like, if this had gone differently, we would be here. Yeah. But I mean, they're probably, we would be talking about that Tanner 3 where he just threw it up, or the Miles one where it was just a bullshit shot. They're over there talking about Nate hitting that one, complaining that the ref should have called a walk.
Yeah.
Yeah, but and the other part about like that Tyler Tanner kid, as good as he played today, ain't nobody ever going to talk about that. It doesn't matter because you lost the game.
Yeah, we got somebody on here asking about Joe Lindsay being a terrible ref today. I don't think the officiating had any impact today. I
thought they called it tight.
To me, there weren't any egregious calls where I'm just like, oh my God, you have got to be kidding me. There were none of those.
No.
The third foul, or no, I can't remember if it was the third or fourth. It was the fourth foul on Akpara where a guy was like kind of driving across the lane, and he probably got him with the body. But I was like, come on, man.
The one thing that always bugs me, and Davey, it's the way they change it to with like charge blocks to how the NBA does it, and I hate it.
Yeah, there are no charges anymore. I'm trying to think of the last time I saw one called. The way in which the continuation rules also worked. You see a lot of people kind of get a little upset with that, but I liked, that hesitation of like, oh, are they going to call a charge or a block? Now you just automatically know it's going to be a block. But
I mean, just to me, that's where the defense, and it's worked it's worked in our favor. I just don't think it should be in the game because you're saying the defender basically can't guard somebody once they start driving to the goal.
Yeah, it's like every other sport. They just want to boost ratings, so everything they do is geared towards the offense for more points, man. That's the way the NFL works. College football followed suit. The NBA's done it. You can even talk about it for the NHL.
Tennessee really stepped up the defensive intensity in the second half and really the last 4 minutes of the first half. But at the half, Vanderbilt was over 50% from the field. They end shooting 42% from the field. They were 41.5% in for the game, 37% for the second half.
Yeah, I'm assuming you mentioned something on your halftime chat, right? I think right off the top about what Barnes was talking to him about or something. I would have loved to have been a fly on the wall for that.
I'm sure it was a lot of defense.
And with those, Tyler Tanner 4 for 4 and just us not guarding 3-point shooters. Yeah, I imagine it was.
I mean, he took that one from like 35 feet out. That they were 5 of 10 from 3 at halftime, and we were 1 of 7 from 3 at the half.
Huh.
So Tennessee makes 3. We were 3 of 5 from 3-point range in the second half. Only attempted 5.
Yeah, and I don't think we hit one until under 10 because it was one of those games. Like as I was kind of preparing for this, I was going to be like, "Oh, Tennessee managed to hit 1 3." That's hard to win in today's modern game.
I think Nate was one of them, right?
Nate got one in the second half. Yeah.
Yeah, he buried that one.
That was one he hit whenever they went small ball, and he was we were extending it out, and he was playing the 4.
I was in my car at that time.
Yeah, and that after that he kind of, I mean, he didn't have a full blown explosion, but it gave him a little bit of a spark through to the end of the game there. So
yeah, the offense picked up, and that was like right after, I want to say maybe Akpara picked up his fourth, or maybe Carey got another one, and they're just like, all right, we're going to move Brown to 5 and Nate at 4.
I think we should throw that out there
More
every
often.
game, like just for, I mean, not as our base package, so to speak,
just to
but
change up,
yeah,
spark something. You know, for all
Just-
of us talking
I mean,
about,
if you don't need a spark, then there's no need to try it. But just to throw a different look in there.
yeah,
You weren't
And
getting
for all
much from the
talking
guard
about Nate
play.
not having the best game. I mean, he almost had a double-double, right? 13 points and what'd you say, 8 rebounds? So, I mean, a bad night for Nate is
He had 13 and 9.
Is 1 rebound away from a double-double.
He was 3 of 13. Yeah, it was rough.
Are we worried at this point about Estrella? He's missed 2 in a row, and it is the same foot that he had operated on last year.
A little bit.
Yeah, I mean, you have to at this point.
They said it's not at the same place that the break was in last year, but it's the same foot. And I almost, if you're going to have another operation, I wonder if they're like, well, let's let him rest here, and then we'll see if see how much he can play down the stretch. Like, see if he can play in the NCAA tournament.
It scares me just because you look at the other bigs, like, unless it's a layup or a dunk, they ain't hitting it.
No, man.
Like, he's at least got a little bit of a hook shot.
If Carey has a one-on-one situation, it's cleared out, and he's just one defender, he can put a move on and get to the basket and get his shot. If it's that, he's probably our most effective big, minus Estrella.
Mm-hmm.
But anytime that there's a hint of a double team, a hint of help, it's over. Like, he's lucky to get a shot off.
He almost it barely brushed the front of the rim. Walker and I, it was right before you got it. Walker and I were amazed, but he basically airballed a 3-foot shot.
Yeah, that's what frustrates me, is because had we been able to go out and get a shooting guard, a guy that can actually hit from deep, when those guys are crashing in on your bigs, we don't really have anybody we can kick it out to and hit a shot. Like, I mean, Jacoby's the only one, but he's usually not going to be down in the corner in that situation. He'll still be up top. So we don't really have that guy you can look to dish out and then hit the 3, and that just makes you even more lethal, to where then they can't double team on, the bigs. And it definitely limits us offensively.
Let's welcome Bob Baskerville to this Keg of Glory edition of the Voluntary Reaction. Bobby Buckets, good afternoon, sir.
Hey, boys, how are you?
Oh, man. Doing pretty good. That was the very definition of a root canal game, Bob. But
yeah, it was a stress bucket for sure.
Yeah, but when you win those, it's pretty sweet.
Very sweet, very sweet. Yeah, I mean, the one that just blew my mind was, oh my God, when Nate had that drive on the baseline for the dunk, which would have been like a highlight for days to come. Poor Nate misses the dunk. I was like, God, that just tracked, just given some of the shots Vandy hit and everything else. But these guys gritted it out, man. This was this was kind of I felt like a character win, like a culture win, whatever you want to call it. And hats off to those freshmen, man, not named Nate Ament, Dwayne Brown, 30 minutes. Amari Evans, I think like at least 15, and those guys are growing up right in front of our eyes, at the most important time. They made plays, all of them did.
Hey, Bob, get your reaction to some of these comments. Derek Navas, who's watching on the X stream, says, first of all, can we be honest about a lot of this fan base just writing off this whole season and Ament being a bust? Where are those people right now? And then second, he says, Dwayne Brown won us the game today with his minutes. He was a man today.
Yeah, I would tend to agree on both of those. I'd agree on both. And yeah, Brown, man, I mean, I'm so excited for what do we think that guy's going to look like in 2 seasons down the line? I mean, it feels like I'm getting, it doesn't have the outside shot, but what he does inside and his like good footwork, soft touch, all those things. I'm starting to cast a few Grant Williams vibes.
I knew you were going there. I knew you were going there.
Yeah.
He can be like a taller, more efficient version of what we've hoped Felix would be. Like, he has the size, he can be really good defensively around the rim, and he can be a much better finisher and a much better offensive player than he is.
I don't know. I feel like Grant, he was so soft around the rim with the shot.
He was
a scoring machine.
I think Dwayne's got some of that, Bob, around the rim, and we'll see how far out his offensive game can extend. But it's got to the point where, like, if Dwayne catches the ball in space around the rim, I'm expecting a bucket.
Yeah, I agree. Man, it's just, you could point to so many things, and I think I heard Roberto say earlier, and he's right. It's nice to not – there were some moments of frustration for sure, but we pretty much won, and I was looking at the end-of-game stats. We pretty much won in every category with the exception they shot the 3 better than us. But other than that, single-digit turnovers for the second game in a row. That's enormous. Obviously won the boards, 1 point in the paint. We shot from the field in total better than they did. Shot from the line better than they did. I'm really very, very happy with what I saw today. And how about Ethan Berg, man? He's no longer he's
shame on those of you who gave up on Ethan Berg. Shame.
Why are you pointing at me?
Shame.
Don't point in this direction.
Yeah. Let's call it what it is. He's not necessarily a game changer, but he is no longer a liability. And he played 13 minutes out there today and had a steal, had a bucket, and we needed minutes today, man, without JP out there. And apparently, I'm guessing Henderson's still not fully healed. So, I'm happy for that kid, man. I'm happy for Ethan Berg because it helps our program too.
Mm-hmm.
I know he's not a freshman, but you essentially only played freshmen off the bench.
Yeah.
I know it's true because of injuries, but there was all the talk in the preseason about the depth of this team in the first couple of weeks of the season. They're playing 11, 12 guys, and here we are coming down the stretch with a 8-man rotation.
Yeah. How would you grade Carey's performance today?
Walker and I were talking about that in the last minute of the game, and I thought he played well, man. He's struggles to get his shot off. He's 2 of 7 shooting, but he has 7 rebounds.
Yep.
He played very solid defense. He's not going to be out there if he's not playing very solid defense for this coach. He made 3 of his 4 free throws, which is an area that he typically struggles in. I thought he played fine. He wasn't a difference maker or anything, but he did enough for us to win. With his
it also felt good to be the team, not like free throws. Vanderbilt shot worse. They were 67% from the free throw line, and they missed a couple of critical front ends of a 1-and-1. So you could very, very well argue like that was the difference in the game for them. I know not many people are like harping on that, but finally free throws weren't a negative for us as a team.
Yeah, I think Carey, it felt like he definitely, his motor was spun up for this game, as it should be. I get that. The only shot that he had that really frustrated me was he had that little floater late in the game that, he really wasn't even contested, and it just barely hit the front of the rim. That's a shot that kid needs to make, and he didn't. But that's, again, minor things. The other thing I think to take away is, Tyler Nickel, we talked about him yesterday.
Yeah.
He's the best 3-point shooter on the team. And I don't know if it was our defense or what, but he was 1 of 8 from the field. He only hit 1 3. that was huge because he's, I think he's third leading scorer on the team after Tanner and Miles. So to keep him kind of bottled up, or maybe he helped bottle himself up, that was important. Tanner's going to get his, and Miles hit some wild shots, but I think Tyler Nickel not producing, however that came about, that was a big, big plus for this team. It's a great way to kind of head into a Saturday evening, right? Is just win that game that's probably in the top 2 or 3 as far as biggest wins for the program this season. Now, what I worry about is, are we going to go fall flat on our face in Como? That's my only concern.
Yeah. I mean, you like that game being on a Wednesday and not a Tuesday. Because
it's a Tuesday. It's a Tuesday.
Like I said, it's a really disastrous trap game, and I'm already penciling in an L.
It's also a 9 o'clock Eastern tip.
Oh,
yeah, right. And Barnes said it on the post game today. He just said, he goes Tuesday. He goes, that's quick turnaround. And that's all he said. And I was like, oh boy. But you know what? I've been of the mind, if we can go 4-1 in these last 5, I'd take it. I'd happily take it. And that's still very much in play. And who knows? Maybe we can win them all. Let's just see what happens.
Hey man, if we were always going to split these back-to-back roadies against Vandy and Mizzou, I'd rather win Vanderbilt.
Mm-hmm. Most definitely. Right off the heels of them getting a 4 seed in the first release of the bracket rankings from the selection committee today. I love it. It's like, that's cute. That I question them being in the top 16 to begin with, and now, I mean, they're 5-6 in their last 11 games now. I mean, I don't want to make it sound like they're a failure of a program. They got off to a great start, and they're a good team, but I kind of love the regression that's happening there.
Yeah, Bob, where do you think KenPom has them?
What's that?
Where do you think KenPom has Vandy?
Well, they were 12 going into this game, so where are they? I don't know where they are now. Maybe did they drop to like 14 or 15?
They dropped to 13th, and Tennessee's right behind them at 14th.
Okay, that makes sense.
But I'm with you on their strength of schedule. I mean, they didn't play anybody in the non-con.
Yeah, good team. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I was saying on the show yesterday, I really thought this was a game we would lose, to be honest with you. I thought it'd be a close game, but I just didn't have great vibes about just playing in Memorial. So I'll take it. And but yeah, they got to kind of get it going again. Hopefully they don't do it against us in the season finale, but they've definitely come back to earth.
They're not even top 8 right now in the SEC, so they're 9th currently in the standings.
Yeah, what? They're 7-6 now, and is that right? No, they're 8-6. 8-6.
Yeah. Which I guess there's some other games tonight.
You guys make it sound like they suck.
They don't suck, but they're like I said. I just think it's all come around to them.
But that's what's crazy. There's 2 games separating second place Tennessee at 10-4 all the way to 9th with Vandy at 8-6.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Who's Alabama got tonight?
I saw this. Is it Georgia?
No, Georgia's beating Texas right now.
Is it Arkansas?
No, it's LSU. At LSU.
At LSU.
Yeah. Okay, so that's a win. So we're going to stay. We're going to at least be tied with them for second after tonight, and maybe again with Arkansas if they can pull out the win against Missouri.
I'm glad we held serve with that.
Mm-hmm.
Does this win today, Bob, make up for the road loss to Kentucky when we should have beaten them?
Nothing makes up for that blow.
No.
I mean,
just because it's Kentucky. I mean, if you asked me that about another team, I might say yes, but no. With it being Kentucky, you just gotta step on their throat and kill them when you can.
And had you not, given up a 17-point lead at home on top of them blowing the lead on the road, I'd have a little bit more grace, but not with how things transpired.
I just felt that's my, again, I've had a handful of takeaways from this game, but it felt like we were the tougher team, not just physically today. It's like we didn't melt down. There were many chances where that could have happened.
Yes.
Right. I mean,
But the Boswell buckets in the last minute or so there.
The fact that Evan Miyakawa, he put out his list of what he calls glue guys, and it's like 30 players deep, and he did not, and it's guys that don't average double figures, but do everything else. And he didn't have Boswell in that list. I saw this yesterday, and it's like, if you're going to tell me out of all these guys that he's not considered a glue guy at this point in your metrics, you're out of your mind. I mean, what did he finish today? Like 9, 4, and 4, and a couple steals. And I mean, that guy, he's highly valuable. Never thought I'd be saying that at the beginning of the season.
How about this? This writing comes from Grant Ramey over at VolQuest. The going small, Tennessee went on an 11-2 run coming out of the second media timeout of the second half after going to a four-guard lineup. The Vols turned a 49-42 deficit into a 53-51 lead, going with Gillespie, Ament, Amari Evans, and Ethan Berg on the floor, along with Dwayne Brown as the only true forward.
Yeah.
And that was that was necessitated by Okpara picking up those quick fouls. I mean, I don't know if we even try that if he's not in foul trouble.
Felix got his fourth foul like at the 13-minute mark. I mean, that was painful because I thought Felix was playing really well today, too.
Yes.
I mean,
8 points in the first half.
The foul trouble really derailed him, which bummed me out because it was going to, I felt like, okay, we're on our way. This guy's going to get another 12 to 14 point game. You know, tack that onto what he did against Oklahoma, get some momentum for the guy. But again, the foul problems did him no favors. That was a little bit of a bummer. But yeah, but I agree. Noticing the small lineup. We also got Carey out at the right times. I mean, he wasn't in there at the end of the game because, well, we don't want him. You don't want him going to the line, obviously, even though he went 3 of 4. I just felt like all the way around. And by the way, I know you guys all saw it on TV. This is for all the people who question, you know, Rick Barnes. We know he's stubborn. We know there's times where he drives us nuts. Did you watch him work the refs today? And did you see, even though I think some of the calls were still not in our favor, we all of a sudden we started getting some calls going our way. I mean, I just think, and I was watching it with a couple of buddies, and they said, you also notice he never gets teed up. Never.
He knows where that line is.
These officials have so much respect for him too. He's the Godfather out there.
Yeah. I loved it because you could hear the Vandy fans. Remember, there was one moment where one ref called another ref over to Barnes, and they were both talking to him. And of course, we'd be doing the same thing if this was happening at Thompson Bowling with our opposing coach. But the fans in Memorial Coliseum or Memorial Gym were going nuts. They were angry. You could just tell, like, why is he getting all this time? And that's okay. I
think he kind of like that. I mean, that's gotta be an interesting feeling. And he might be the one guy who's in that profession whose ego is not so inflated to the point where they're kind of playing to the crowd. He might be that locked in where it's like, this isn't about me, but that's got to be because you're on a stage. Like if you've ever been in that building, it's not an arena, it's a theater. And there's nobody behind you. Obviously now they've let you walk out on the sidelines and you're out there by yourself. Everybody's looking at you. You've got to be able to feel that energy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have to ask him about that next time we talk to him.
Yeah, it was, like I said, boy, anything I'm critical of at this point for today is pretty much nitpicking at this point. I mean, I felt like this is one of those, even if we lost, I sure as hell would have been frustrated, but it's like, man, it's a good team, tough place to play. We played them close, so be it, but it's all the more better to say we won. And particularly given kind of the back and forth right now in the Vandy rivalry in sports in general, because something tells me the Lady Vols are not going to beat Vandy. And, given what happened with football and everything else, it's just, man, it's satisfying to get up on them.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, it's, you can say you don't want to nitpick, and we certainly don't. But I said earlier, Bob, before you jumped on, these are those kind of games where you don't play your best necessarily. Ament has a rough night shooting. And give Vanderbilt credit for it, because you're playing a really good team in a hostile environment. But those root canal games where it's back and forth, nip tuck, it's going to come down to the last minute, and you don't have your bet. Ament's not going off, Gillespie's not playing out of his mind. You got to get it out. You got to find a way to get it across the finish line, and it's good to know that we can still do that.
And absolutely. On top of that, like, this is a game we don't win 2 weeks ago. Like, I think having to give up and respond to all the runs that these teams that aren't as good as Vanderbilt had gone on against us, being scared on the road against Mississippi State a couple times after a 16-0 run, this team learned how to respond to adversity when they're not playing well, and that's something we saw that they couldn't do 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, a month ago.
Yeah, we're 9-2 in our last 11, and I said this after the first Kentucky loss. I don't think it applies in the second one. They don't deserve that, but it's like, I think some of this run, to Walker's point, some of this run that we're on doesn't happen if not for the meltdown against Kentucky. I think there's ways you grow off of that. I hate it, and again, I sure as hell would have liked to have had it only happen once and not twice. But I do think that helps. That's galvanized this team, in my opinion. I had a question for you guys because I was in a loud place, so I couldn't listen to the halftime calls. But what were people's angst level at halftime, Russ?
Surprisingly, not very high.
I thought it was pretty common measured.
Good. I'm happy to hear that, because I didn't feel too bad at halftime either. I was like, yeah, we're losing, but we're right there, man. I really, and again, weathered the storm on a couple of occasions in the first half, did it again in the second half. So I'm glad to hear that, because again, that tells me people see what they really should be seeing.
The Barnes bashers, the ones we have so much fun with, the ones who have an inability to appreciate this golden era of Tennessee basketball, they are loud at times, but never forget they are a small minority. I think by and large, 90% or more of Tennessee basketball fans are very appreciative of this era, very appreciative of this coach. And while this team might not have given us some of the, high emotional highs of years past, I think they recognize that it's another good team with a couple of really exciting players that could get hot. You never know.
Yeah. God, we got to get JP back, though. That's all. Just gotta have him. I mean, it's impressive that we win today without him. But man, we've seen those flashes from him where he is truly a contributor, could be that number 3 guy. Got to have him, man. I hope this isn't something we're going to have to be sweating out every single game now the rest of the way.
I mean, if I had told you yesterday, Bob, that not only was Estrella wasn't going to play, Okpara was going to be severely limited because of foul trouble, and we had to rely on Jalen Carey and Dwayne. How many minutes did Dwayne get? 30.
Yep.
Dwayne Brown was going to play 30 minutes. Number one, I don't know if I would have thought that Brown could make it 30 minutes in a game without fouling out.
Yeah.
And still win this game? You wouldn't have believed it.
If we don't get JP this week, do you think they shut him down till the tournament?
Good question. I don't know.
They said he was negative with his x-rays.
Well, it sounds like it had been nagging too, right? It sounds like Barnes was saying that they believe he probably kept it quiet, because he wanted to play, and now I wonder if they're doing this out of an abundance of caution. And to Davey's point, maybe we don't see a whole lot of him until postseason at this point.
Which, if you get what you got out of Brown tonight, that's great. I also think, seeing more of the small ball lineup is only going to be more beneficial come tournament time as well. I do think you're going to see some games where it's, all right, we got to find a spark offensively, and that clearly worked today.
Yeah. And let me say this about Evans. I think you all are seeing it, but it just makes me smile. That dude, he had a big bucket late too. I mean, that dude, he's got dog in him for sure. I mean, we got to keep those guys. We've been talking about that. We got to make sure they, because I think other programs and coaches, everybody's watching these days, and
I got you.
Here's the other thing too, Bob. You mentioned Evans, and we were talking earlier about when Rick got into it with the officials. That was a bad call by the refs where they called the the foul on Evans for the rebound, and if anything, it should have been against him. And so again, he's just like doing all those little plays that really add up at the end.
Yep, I agree.
Hey, Bob, last thing, we'll let you run. This comes from Brent Hubbs today. This is Rick Barnes' 32nd all-time 20-win season. Jeez. His 7th in the last 9 seasons and 5th in a row.
Yeah, I was going to say I heard 5th in a row on the radio. I mean, yeah, that's not a bad body of work, right?
6 years in a row now of double-digit conference win seasons. It's the longest streak since Ray Mears did it 12 times.
Yeah, I love it. And I mean, again, he was saying this when he got to win 250 last week, I guess, when he said, he had heard the chatter. There were people saying that he was coming here as a retirement gig, and we know now that's not him, man. And the numbers don't lie. So that's pretty awesome.
All right, good stuff. Anything else, Bob?
Nope. I think that's it. I'm going to try to watch a little of this baseball game.
Who won the Arizona-Houston game?
Arizona is up 7 with 15 seconds left. It seems like it's about to be a Cats win.
50% profit boost, Walker.
Well, now it's down to 4 with 10 seconds
left.
Damn it!
All right. Well,
I blew my parlay on Houston because Koa Pete was out, et cetera. I was like, oh, this is Houston at home all day long, man, coming off a loss all day long. Right. But bye-bye parlay.
Let's see if I can make back that money I lost on Vanderbilt.
Yeah. Well, you got that money line, like you said, in the first half, so that live bet, it's not bad.
It was good odds, but it lost.
Oh, you had Vandy money line. Yeah. I thought that you had Tennessee money line.
No.
Okay.
No, it's the emotional hedge, Bob.
No, I know. Oh, I've been there, done that. I understand.
It's okay.
Hey, Walker, congratulations to the Webb Spartans.
Thank you, Bob. Huge wins.
Just a massive. Hold on now.
Huge
you always come off like you're Bob. You're above the fray. You don't get down the gutter. You were the biggest shit stirrer.
Oh,
We're having a peaceful, nice voluntary reaction. You got to come in, careen in here, and drop that bomb right before you scurry off exiting stage left, Bobby.
Walker, who did Webb beat?
Webb beat Catholic 86-52 in the regional final last night. Mm-hmm. The women also smoked them too.
Still won't play us in football, and I guarantee you won't play us after this senior class leaves.
I believe there's a term for that, Davey. They call it the kids call it B2A.
Yeah.
Well, and what it was. One more fun fact for you, Walker. I don't know if you know this, but
here we go.
MaxPreps.com. Big national high school service. Yeah. They're top 25 high school basketball programs in the country. Not, they totally not cognizant of what class. And guess who's number 11? Ranked number 11 in the country right now.
Be Coach Ricky Norris's Spartans, baby.
Yeah, yeah. And Bear, they'll play them again next year. You're right. That's when Catholic will get their revenge. But they're in the same classification for basketball. So
yeah, I mean the only two schools have been ranked nationally in basketball from Knoxville and probably back to the golden age of Austin East.
Yeah,
when they were killing it. So are they named their floor after Elston Turner? Did you see that, Russ?
AE did.
Yeah,
good for them.
Had a big ceremony, had him out. So
I got to get out to the sub-state game on Saturday. I really want to see this team play.
Yeah, they're fun. And Bear, some of the comments you made on the text thread earlier today were totally out of line. Very rude.
You want to apologize for that?
It was just completely unnecessary.
For what?
Would you like me to read them?
No. Unless you would like me, unless that's on the table now, and we can start reading each other's texts.
I'm not.
In all our group chats.
I'm just asking if you would like to apologize.
What? Hell no. I would never apologize to a web grad.
It was very mean.
That's the difference. It's mean. It's mean.
I'm just saying it is mean. Like,
oh, you spent all last week calling me mean.
It's true. You did.
This is different.
It's not. It's actually the exact same thing.
This is a family thing over here. This is an old Knoxville feud. Private school against private school. Did you all field a basketball team this year?
Who? Are you talking about West?
Yeah.
I'm sure they had guys in uniform out there.
You're asking me?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, the other person on the show that went to West High School.
I don't know. I don't measure my self-worth against my high school's basketball team win total.
Okay. Well, he did clarify. He did say basketball. Bear.
He did say basketball.
He didn't mention the football team much anymore either. They fired their coach and had, a sex scandal, whatever happened there.
West High School, a crisp 12-19 this year.
Oh, it's outstanding.
Oh.
Your most famous grad's getting ready to, they want him gone down there at the barn.
Good Lord.
If it makes you feel better, man, go ahead.
I'm just saying, let me figure, I'm going to have to start keeping track of Speedway High School there in Indianapolis.
No, don't do that because they are trash, man. They're
I'll give you a full report in the coming weeks.
Your Boilermaker's got a big win last night, Bob.
Yeah, my kids went to Webb.
He's a Spartan.
He's not.
He's a Spartan now.
He's a spark plug.
He wears green and white.
He's a sparky spark plug from Speedway High School there.
Yeah,
I first met Bob at Webb.
That's right.
Huh.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yep.
That's where great people meet.
That's wow. Walker is.
Walker knows how to twist the knife. He's learned well.
He has learned well. All right, boys. I'm going to bounce. Love you all, and enjoy the rest of the show. And let's get ready for Tuesday night.
See you Monday, Bob.
All right. See you, boys.
Bob, run in, pour gasoline on the ground, light a match, and run. The fire starter. Keep my eye.
Baseball team's in the game, boys.
Yeah.
Kent State's a good team.
Yeah,
they're good.
To Roberto's point, they are going to be. I mean, they'll be one of those teams in the postseason. They'll be playing baseball. The tournament, their tournament team.
Jonesy says the Giants are winning 6-5 in the bottom of the sixth.
Who?
The San Francisco Giants. Are we going to do this?
No,
really,
Jonesy. I'm not.
I'm not.
Are you going to follow him? Not at all. You're not going to look down there at the scoreboard and keep tabs on your boy.
I'll follow him. I'm not rooting for them. My team's already crumpling under
injuries. Someone else get hurt?
We lost our shortstop and two of our projected starting five. So
wait, who's supposed to be the shortstop?
The Hassan Kim.
Kim? Oh, no.
Yeah, he slipped in Korea like on a patch of ice, broke his hand.
Yeah.
God. Come on.
At least you went out there and got a hot shot young manager to come in and give life to the franchise.
Davey, who's your baseball team?
As of like a couple months ago, the Giants. I didn't have one.
So you're gonna root
for the Giants? I don't have an NBA team, and simply because
you got to hang out with Tony in the Giants clubhouse last week.
That was a lot of fun. Behind the scenes tour. I mean, I'd never been out to San Francisco, and absolutely incredible setup there. With the bay right behind it, but getting to go check everything out was awesome.
Just telling the boys from the drive said hello.
Yes.
Kicked in the Vols on the YouTube chat says, "Where's Vandy Randy?"
It's conspicuously absent.
Where are you, Vandy Randy? Coward. Where you at? Where you at, Vandy Randy? You're being called out. Vandy Randy, we know you're listening.
Those fans don't
call in
show
and
their
take your
face.
medicine, chump.
You know
the number. Be a man.
Probably
TJ, the Kentucky fan, will call in, win or lose.
Certainly will.
Where you at, Vandy Randy?
He's sitting in the tub, plugging in the toaster.
You're getting ready to push down on it.
Where you at, little man? Where you at, little man? You bump those gums, you talk a big game. You talk a big game. Where you at now? Where you at, Randy? Randy.
It's probably the baseball game. You know, their fans are.
Randy, where are you? Beat that ass today, Randy. Are you red? Are you sore? You a little raw back there? Chap tiny? It's okay, Randy. Can't win them all, can you? And think about this, Randy. Remember this. And all the rest of you losers over there at Peabody.
Oh.
Remember this. The Reverend, the deacon, Rick Barnes, owns you. Owns you. Slavery was outlawed with the Emancipation Proclamation in like 1864.
I guess it was 64, wasn't it? Yeah.
But Rick Barnes owns your ass. Owns you. Take what he gives you. 15-2 in the last 17.
Are you shitting me?
15-2. Randy, come on. How can you call this a rivalry?
It's not.
How can you call this with a straight face a rivalry? 15-2? That's not a rivalry. That's complete and total ownership. That's non-competitive, okay?
It's domination is what it is.
Might be the definition of belt to ass. That's what that is.
It's an abused child. That's what that is.
I mean, that's thank you, sir. May I have another?
Landon Mack with 8 strikeouts today.
Yeah, we left Antigua stranded on third. He had the error that I'll be interested to see what the lineup is. Win or lose here, I'll be interested to see what the lineup is tomorrow because I don't know about Antigua. I don't know about Marin, quite frankly. Like, I'll sacrifice a little bit of defense, not a lot of defense, but I'll sacrifice a little bit of defense for more pop in my lineup.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of at the point with Marin and Antigua, and I know it's early. This is all early overreaction, but I'm almost at the just let's choose one and go point and like play Myatt at second and choose one of Antigua and Marin, put them at short.
I mean, if Myatt continues when he's in games to hit bombs like this, you got to have his bat in the lineup.
He's definitely started strong, but like guys, it's 5 games into a 50+ like a 50+ game baseball.
Can you let us have our fun? Okay.
I'm just saying I don't want to be. I mean, I'm all for Myatt being in there because Myatt's awesome.
Antigua at second just feels wrong.
It does. He either has to play shortstop or not play. That's the one. He is a shortstop. He's probably the best defensive infielder on the team. If you want him there, let him play the most important infield position. Don't move him to second just because he can.
Well, let me ask you this. We have a pitcher that hits, right?
As Blaine, we're supposed to have 2.
Yeah, we have a couple, but Blaine Brown most notably.
So if on days where Blaine Brown's pitching, could you not play Antigua at short and then just have him have somebody else DH instead of him? And Blaine would hit in the lineup?
I don't know that Blaine Brown is going to pitch on the weekend. We'll see.
Unless he needs to, like if he ends up being like a bullpen guy late in games, I don't think he might open at certain
I mean,
points.
that's a once a week at best proposition. So I don't think
I'm just trying to figure out because Antigua in the field is incredible. His bat just
we say that, and I don't want to tear down the kid because I'm pulling for him. I really like the easy thing to do. And I expected him to transfer after last season with Marin coming back, but he stuck it out. And damn it, I'm pulling for him. I want him to succeed. But for a guy that we talk about his glove, like he's forever making errors
right
out there. I mean, this game is tied because of him. His glove.
Oh, we're down 1.
Or I'm sorry, we're losing this game because of his error last inning. So we begin to wind down. Last call. Speak now, forever hold your peace. 865-966-3435. 966-3435. This victorious edition of the Voluntary Reaction. If you're in there on the YouTube chat, do us a big favor. Smash the like button. Hit that thumbs up icon. Be sure to subscribe to the Fan Run channel so that we can continue to grow this thing, get bigger, and provide more programming, especially on the weekends. We got this weekday thing figured out, but always looking to add more shows, nights and weekends. Let's get Joshy Boy in here next. Joshy Boy.
Russ, boys, we drank from the keg of glory.
It is a glorious Saturday afternoon, JB.
Yes, it is.
Where's Vandy Randy?
Yeah, where's Vandy Randy? Vandy Dandy.
Hewitt Pruitt says Vandy Randy is behind the barn with his drawers down to his ankles being shown the 50 states.
And saying, Uncle. All right, guys. With that win over Vandy, do you think now that is the best win of the season so far?
We were talking about it earlier. Houston's still number one.
That was on a neutral side. I think this win at their home floor, I think that could be the best one of the season.
I respectfully disagree. I mean, it's Houston's
I'm with
best.
Well, I respectfully disagree with you as well.
We know that's what you called in and said your take was.
Right. So, Russ, I said it at the halftime chat. Vandy went hot from 3 in the first half, and we knew it in the second half. Their legs were going to be tired, and they were going to go cold from 3 in the second half.
You might have called that one. When
Roberto
people
called it too.
When people tell me their legs are going to go, and Roberto did call it, we'll give him his flowers. I kind of think, you know what, this is college basketball. These guys are elite athletes. I don't think their legs are going to go, but we kind of did own the last 2 minutes, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Well, Davey's always told me that you can't get too out of – usually these numbers will equalize over the course of two halves. Isn't that what you always tell me, Dave?
Yeah, I mean, it's
somebody going to shoot
regression
80%
to the
for
mean.
3.
Yeah, as
for an
Walker
entire
just said.
game.
Yeah. So, guys, with Nate not having the best game today, he still had 13 points, but didn't have his usual 20-point game. Who would you guys say was the most important player from today's win?
Boy, that's a great question.
Barnes kind of – his one comment – I don't think it's any one player. According to Barnes, it was all the second line guys. It was Ethan Berg.
Yeah, I don't want to dodge your question here, Joshy Boy,
Right.
but that was a team win. I mean, Boswell was absolutely huge. Gillespie, obviously you don't win without him. Ament, yeah, he struggled 3 of 13, but made a huge one late. Also collected 9 rebounds. Man, that's hard. I guess as crazy as it would sound, I would probably still go with Ament. But at the end of the day, this, as Barnes said, was a team win.
Yeah, I would probably say my pick would be Boswell simply because his 2 buckets there late in the second half kind of also filled that final spark.
I kind of like Jacoby for it. I mean, obviously,
His late 3 late in the game.
he's a high volume shooter. The numbers from the field aren't always going to look good. But, I mean, if you watch the game, you see that Vanderbilt is playing us like once you cross the half court, they're pressing you. And Jacoby only having 2 turnovers with that kind of pressure in 36 minutes of ball. Like he played some of the cleanest basketball he's had all year with that amount of pressure in the backcourt and in the front court, doing a good job distributing, even if he only had 17.
Yeah. Guys, can you believe that a few weeks ago we really did not want Ethan Burt to play another single minute, and he has really stepped up these last 3 games. He's looked really good off the bench.
I mean, he looks a lot more comfortable now.
There are a few of us who never gave up. on Mr. Berg.
Yeah. Right hand up.
Big shot Berg.
One of them.
Big shot Berg. He's
So,
fast.
with
You
that
gave
win
up on the
tonight-
whole team. You didn't want him to make the tournament, you psycho. Remember that?
Yeah, I agree. I said I was sorry a few weeks ago.
He apologized.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I apologize.
Sorry.
So, with that win over Vandy in Memorial, do you think there's still a possibility we can get that last 4 seed in the NCAA tourney?
Yeah, 4 seed's definitely on the line.
Davey, in your opinion, what do you think they have to do in the regular season to get it?
3-1.
3-1.
Mhm.
There's still a very good shot they can go undefeated in the rest of the regular season.
I'm with
Definitely on the
Bob,
table.
though. Like Tuesday night at Mizzou,
It's going to be tough.
I think if we win that one, I do think we're going 4-0 down the stretch. But I feel like that's going to be the tough, just because there's no turn. Like you can come back tonight. Usually you have Sunday off. We might have taken.
Right.
Did we play Wednesday or Tuesday this week?
Tuesday
against Oklahoma. So maybe Wednesday was off. But you've got a quick turnaround to put a
Or we
game
played
plan
Wednesday,
in,
yeah.
and then fly to Missouri and play that
Yep.
game.
Guys, so who we rooting for tonight? Bruce Pearl Jr. or the Kentucky Wildcats?
No, you got to, I mean, Stephen F. and Pearl. I'll never root for Kentucky. Ever.
Yeah.
I rooted for
That's who I'm
Duke.
for.
Ever.
I have rooted for Duke over Kentucky, if that tells you anything.
Bear would say that he rooted for the old Soviet team when they were going on those preseason tours, but he also rooted for them when they came here and Travis Henry broke their hearts from Carnes with the last-second buzzer beater. So you have to take that into account, Joshy boy.
True. Yeah, Russ, I told you I gave you my word at the halftime chat that I was going to give old Mark Byington the clipboard, but I don't think Vandy deserves it. So, little brother, you said you're going to beat Tennessee this year. You're going to sweep them in every sport. But what happened? Fuck you, Vandy. See ya.
Wow. He is something else.
Kentucky's only a game behind us right now, or well, technically a game and a half because they haven't played tonight. But you want Auburn to win that game just simply because it gives you a little bit of breathing room there.
We lost 2 to them. I still cannot. Let's not get back into it. Can't change the past, Bear. We screwed up.
Davey, did you know that we played the Soviet Union in basketball at Thompson Bowling Arena in 1988, I believe?
I did not know that. What was the reason for the game?
It was exhibition games. Like back in the day, young folks don't understand. Like you would play 2 exhibition games, and usually you would play something called Marathon Oil.
Mm-hmm. It was like former players and
they would you play the exhibition game. And one year, the Soviet national team came here in 1988, and I believe Arvydas Sabonis was playing with them. And they came here, and we beat them on a last-second buzzer beater by a guy named Travis Henry, not the running back. He was a little white guy who played at Carnes.
And mustache. Played for former Catholic boys basketball coach Mike Hutchins at Carnes.
He threw in like a circus shot at the end to beat the Soviets, and Bear was just beside himself.
That place went crazy. We were also happy we beat the Soviet Union. I love how you've tried to align me with
Bear was
he was country that gave pretty much almost everybody in my generation like nightmares at night.
He wanted it to be like the 72 Olympics. He was like, play it again, redo. We want to redo.
You're an idiot. Just a total clown.
See why you got to call names.
Is that do you think that footage is anywhere online? Travis Henry hitting that shot?
I would imagine.
I'm Googling it right now. I'm having a hard time seeing it. I see where they played They played MTSU on November 30th, 1988. And Middle beat them too, 101-95. In the last game of an 11-game tour of the United States colleges for the Soviet basketball team, in the first loss for the Soviets with 7'2" standout center Arvydas Sabonis. So I guess Sabonis didn't play here.
Did you go to that game?
No, I think I listened to it on the radio. I mean, I was 8 years old.
Yeah, I mean, I know that you've said that, your dad would take you to.
With Sabonis out, the Soviets suffered their other two losses to UNLV and Tennessee.
Well, that would have been UNLV like right before they won back-to-back championships, right?
Tark. They also defeated traditional powers NC State, North Carolina, and Vanderbilt. Lost to the Soviets.
So that would have been Jimmy V, right? He's still coaching in 88?
I don't know if he had passed away by then.
I think I don't think he was still coaching.
I thought he died in like 90. Am I wrong on that?
Yeah, no, you might be right because that footage looks 90-ish.
Yeah, he died in 93. Let's see, when did he stop coaching? Stopped coaching in 1990.
You think he threw the game to the Ruskies?
No.
Jimmy V?
Ain't nobody throwing
at the
Soviets back in the 80s. Soviets with their big, bushy, scary eyebrows. Used to scare the hell out of everybody.
All right, boys. It has been fun. We got 2 on, 2 out, by the way. Are we done with calls? Any calls?
No calls.
No,
we got 2 on, 2 out. Is this forward up right now?
It's not Ford. I can't tell who it is. Is it
26?
Yes, Newstrom.
We need to put
26.
The jersey.
Come on, Newey.
Yeah, it is Newstrom.
Let's go, Nuke.
We have it.
Bring these boys home.
Put it over the batter's eye.
Who's got the big hit?
Oh,
nope.
Damn. He took a cut.
Popped him up.
Yeah.
All right. Give me some closing thoughts here. Big week coming up at Mizzou. Tough game. At home against Alabama. Tough game. Boy, Thompson Bowling Arena is going to be rocking a week from tonight when Alabama comes in for a 6 p.m. tip-off.
That it will, my friend.
Any parting thoughts, Dave?
We've won 9 of our last 11, so just got to keep this train rolling.
9 of 11, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Do we have a final in the Arizona game?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that game was final.
Arizona won?
Yeah, I think.
Does that bother you to say it?
Made my money
Every
back.
time.
Really?
Yeah, I hate them.
70
Walker, we finally got a big dub with you in the house.
I know.
You're not the curse after all.
Sorry it took so long. I've been working on myself really hard, trying to figure out what the problem was, and I'm just glad we were able to get in there and get a win. And honestly, I think we got to appreciate the amount of growth we've seen from this team over just the past month. I said it earlier, I'll say it again. Barnes said it in his post-game presser. We don't win this game a month ago. We don't. If the team that played Kentucky at Rupp or played Kentucky at home played Vanderbilt tonight, we would have folded at the end. We would have lost by double digits probably. This team has gotten so much tougher and so much better in the past 2 weeks that really makes you think that the ceiling that we thought about this team to heading into this season in the non-conference is still there. And it's just honestly gotten so much better.
That's a good point. We are making great strides. Taking better care of the basketball, I think, is just so key for us. Those big turnover games are where we really lose our way. It feels like the improvement is fragile. I hope I'm not being negative when I say that, but it's like
winning is fragile.
Winning is hard. This league is a league to get any win in, no matter who you're playing. Is it down from last year? Because last year we had 14 teams in the tournament. Yeah, but it's also still, I think Ken Palm still has this as the top league, if not the second top league in the country. There aren't easy wins anywhere you look in this conference. Even the worst teams, like LSU, played us close at home. Mississippi State gave us everything they could in their building, and we were still able to win. That stuff matters, even if they're not as good as Kentucky is, as Vanderbilt was tonight, like they're not easy wins no matter how you look at it.
For me, what I noticed today for the first time really this season was this was one of those games where we won. So this team has learned how to win, I guess, in that, like the Jemai and that bunch, those guys want a ton of good. This bunch is starting to expect to win. They do the things that you have to do to gut out gritty wins like today. And they have made they're drastically different from you go all the way back to the, opening night against Arkansas, just how much they've grown since then. So it's been a fun season, not in all, but the two Kentucky losses will always be
oh man,
just a weird kind of
might
footnote
end up
to
costing
season.
us a championship.
Mm-hmm.
So, and to have a 17-point lead at home and blow it, and a 14-point lead in their gym in a year when they've lost to people, they lost to Georgia the other night. Georgia's not very good, but this has become a really fun team to watch. Going to miss the guys that won't be back next year, but at the same time, I'm really looking forward to this group of freshmen. So
I'd say speak for yourself on Georgia. They do have Blue Cane.
Minus Blue, they're not a very good team. Mainly it's the coach.
She don't lie, she don't lie, she don't lie. Blue Cane. Burr, 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 burr. All right, boys. On the way out the door, I want to say a special fond farewell to Hall of Fame second baseman Bill Mazeroski,
Yes.
who passed away today. The 8-time Gold Glove Award winner will forever be known in the hearts of countless Pittsburgh Pirates fans for his historic walk-off home run in Game 7 of the 1960 World Series to beat the Yankees, ruined Bears' sophomore year of college.
You're such an asshole. You just can't help yourself. You really can't. It's like compulsive with you. It's just.
Well, are you going to call him mean?
No.
Brandon Arvidsson coming into the game.
Yeah.
91 pitch outing for Landon Mack today.
Nice.
He's a dude.
Anybody? Are we just going to tell ourselves that Kent State is really good, or anybody worried about the lack of? We haven't had that patented 27-2 run rule win.
It's still cold
but,
outside.
I mean, it's still early, and Kent State's better than your average early season series. So, I mean, they're a tournament team.
Didn't do it to Nichols either.
Okay. It sounds like
2-run rules in that one.
like one of the kids off Willy Wonka.
I'm not sound. We did have
Well,
run
I want
rule
you to-
victories, Dave, but we never had. What was the most we scored? 11, 10 or 11?
You want a run rule game, and you want it now.
We had a run rule game, first game of the year.
I just said we had 2 run rule games, but I want that 27 run game where everybody's like, man, what are we even doing here?
I hear you.
All right, boys.
All right.
Thank you, Davey. Thank you, Walker. Thank you, Bear. I'm Russell Smith. Be sure to tune in. Big week here on Fan Run. Hey, Friday, we're going to be in Lenoir City at the Casual Pint. Lenoir City. Really looking forward to that one. Hope y'all can come out and get next weekend kicked off. We'll be getting ready for a big game against Alabama and a big week of Fan Run Radio. It all starts at 8 a.m. with Talk Sports Monday morning. Tune in and play my favorite game. Will Cody make it to work on time? Then from 11 to 1, the maestro of the middays.
That's unbelievable.
Tony Basilio, William Patterson from 1 to 3, and we'll be here at 3 p.m.
What Nate Ament from mid-range. Ice the game.
Y'all have a good night.